great turnout. I took over chairmanship of the chamber in November, and I got to tell you, we're known for awesome events that we put on. But one of the most frustrating things is, all of our events sell out in advance, and then we get people that want to come at the last minute. Hence, we've got a packed room of people here, and I really appreciate everyone coming to support this great event. And we have some great honorees that we're going to be honoring today. I want to thank Chamber staff again for putting on a great presentation. It doesn't happen by itself. Appreciate Chamber staff and employees for putting on this awesome event. Today's luncheon continues the Miami Beach Chamber's tradition in recognizing the accomplishments of outstanding business professionals who help strengthen the foundation of our community at large. I'd like to acknowledge and thank today's sponsors who make this event possible. Our title sponsor, Bank United, Rosary. I think I just saw Rosary. Rosary, who are you? Thank you, Bank United. You're a great partner. We appreciate your support. Presenting sponsors, Zadig Management. Adam. Adam, where are you at? Right over there. Adam and his team. Thank you. And 84 West Studios, Jeff Green. Jeff, where are you at? Thank you, Jeff, for everything you do for the chamber. We appreciate it. And also our table sponsors. We've got 50 State Security, Colorado and Fernandez, Boucher Brothers Management, C1 Bank, City National Bank, Crescent Heights of America, Gallery Art, Gerson, Preston and Robinson and Company, Hebrew Homes, and Media Department 2. Thank you for your table sponsorships. We appreciate it. I'd also like to acknowledge some dignitaries and elected officials that are in the room. I saw Commissioner Joy Malakoff. Joy. Thank you, Joy. Commissioner Mickey Steinberg. Mickey. Commissioner Michael Rico. Michael. Senator Margolis, did she make it yet? I know we had her on the RTP list. When are you here? Okay. State Representative David Richardson. David, did you make it yet? I know we have him on the list. And I believe, did I see Miami DC Attorney Jose Smith? Jose, were you out there? I thought I saw you. Maybe I was seeing things. All right, well, Jose has a twin brother that was here. I'd also like to thank the Board of Governors and Pillar Board members who are here today, and our Chairman Circle members. Please stand if you're a Pillar Board member, Board of Governors, or Chairman Circle member. Please stand and be recognized. At this time, I'd like to again thank a great partner of the Chamber, Bank United, for all their continued support in hosting this event, and invite Board of Governor and Chairman Circle member Rosemary Farr, who is Senior Vice President of Private Banking, to come up and say a few words. Rosemary?
Hello everybody, I guess almost good afternoon or good morning first. I'm Rosemary Calero. I am the Director of Private Client Services for Bank United, and we're very excited to be here again sponsoring the Champions of Business with the Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce. Obviously, small businesses and businesses in our community are key to our growth, and we love to participate in an event like this one. So thanks again. This is actually our third year doing this, and we've only been in business for 5 years, so this is becoming a nice trend for Bank United. So congrats to all of the honorees today. We'll hear about them a little later. To Russell Galbert, to Stephanie Ruiz, Ken Pendle, and Alan Randolph, my friendly banker. Congrats to all of them. They have made some great contributions to both our city and our businesses around, as well as for Chamber. So congrats to all of them. So as a bank, we are in the people business. Our goal obviously is to attract new businesses to bank with us and individuals. And there's obviously a lot of things that are important for us in order to get there. I'm just going to highlight 3 of them today for you all. One is our people. I think without them we can't do what we do. Second is the strength and stability of the organization. And the other one that I'll highlight is community involvement. All these 3 things are very important for us to be successful. So our people, I think they are key to what we do day in and day out. So it is important that we recruit the best of the best, so that our clients get the highest level of service that they deserve, and that they're able to build relationships with those bankers. So at Bank United, we're very pleased to have a great team of people who work with us every day. They're seasoned bankers who do provide financial services for our clients. And again, it's a business of trust. So we have to invest in the right people to provide it for the bank's growth and to help our community. So here with me, I'm going to share some of our colleagues who are here from Bank United. We have Jared Green, who is our health manager for the offices on Alton and 17th Street, or the office there by Lincoln Road. Jared is here. He also handles our 41st Street branch north of Godfrey. We have Lisa Rocco, who is our assistant branch manager of the office on 17th and Alton. There's Lisa. You can raise your hand. Then we have a few bankers from the private client group. We have Santiago Quintana right there. We also have Jose Infante on the left. He handles a lot of our international clients. We also have a couple, we're not here yet because of traffic. We have Fernando Gomez from our commercial real estate team is here. We have James Benny from our mortgage lending area, and then we have Donna Butler from marketing who helps make all these things happen.
Okay, we're all set.
To do these kind of events. So thank you all. Now, obviously, people is not able. We need to be able to provide our clients with the comfort of knowing that they're banking with a company that is got certain disability. So that's the next thing I want to highlight. They need to know that they're working with a bank that is very solid and financially sound. So in the 5 years we've been in business, it's going to be 5 years now in May, we have made some tremendous strides in growing the company and converting it to a commercial bank. Last year when I stood here, I was very excited to tell you that we have grown to 12.4 billion in assets. Today I'm very excited to tell you that we grew to 15. This year, in 2013, we ended the year with $15 billion in assets, so we're growing very fast. Last year I was telling you we were opening in New York. Now we have 6 offices in New York, and of course there are 98 offices in Florida. Florida is our market, primary market. So we're very excited to have that kind of growth. We continue to be one of the best capitalized banks in the nation, so strength and stability is really key to what we do day in and day out. Recognitions, given our solid foundation, we have been recognized so many times, so I'll just highlight a couple of them. The first one, which is very exciting because Forbes magazine continues to rank us on the list of the top 100 banks in the nation, and we are number 8 by Forbes in the nation. So it's very exciting to receive recognition like that one. Other banking publications like Bank Director magazine ranked us number 1 as a publicly owned mid-sized bank in America in their survey last year. We continue to have 5-star Bauer rating, which we have been receiving since the first year that we were entitled to be ranked by them. As you know, we're in various markets in Florida, so we have the Tampa Bay Business Journal, the Orlando Business Journal, Jacksonville Business Journal, and South Florida Business Journal ranked us as the number 2 bank on the list of the top 25 Florida banks. I can continue, but we have quite a few recognitions to share with you, so it's very exciting to see what we have done. And with that, the third piece that I wanted to highlight was community involvement. Obviously, we are part of the business community, and we want to grow our businesses and make them profitable, but we also have to give back to the community. So at Bank United, we have quite a few things that we focus on, but one of the things that's become a key priority for the company is to make an impact on education and financial literacy for our young kids. For us, it's very important that our youth starts looking at finance and savings early in their lives because they're obviously our future. So to do that, we partner with throughout all the markets we serve with different companies and organizations that help us make that vision and create more visibility for it. So in Florida, in South Florida, we partner with the Miami Dolphins. I don't know if you guys have been there, but now we have a Bank United club level. If you go to the club level, you see Bank United all around. So, thank you. Yes, we need our Dolphins, so we want to be there. We have a contest with them where we have middle school and high schoolers provide an essay about the importance of saving. We get hundreds of submissions. And it's important that they get to focus and do that. Then once a year, we obviously pick a winner. We'll take them out to the club level and have the opportunity to spend some time with one of the players. They got take some pictures, have their name on the locker, and get their award. So we're trying to highlight the importance of that in that particular endeavor. Another one is with the Miami Heat. I'm sure you've seen us out in the court when we are awarding, actually making people aware of the Miami Heat's scholarships in partnership with Bank United. That's another one, which is for high school seniors, where we are providing these scholarships based on academic excellence and community involvement. So we're trying to tie all these efforts together and everything we do with our people, with our financial soundness, and with our community involvement. So it's a great pleasure to be here again doing this. Congrats again to all of the honorees. And thank you for the Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce. It's a great organization to be part of. Great to foster our business here in South Florida. And enjoy your lunch. Thank you.
I'm going to keep it short, but I want to thank all of you for giving me this award. It was Joy that actually introduced me to the Chamber in 1994 at the Pillar Board meeting, which was the Bath Club, a social club, not Bath Club, the condo building that we now know it as today. It was fun serving as the chair in 2004-2006. A lot was happening. It was really an opportunity for me to bring a new face to the Chamber. I've now lived in Miami Beach now for 23 years. I love the city, I love the Chamber, I love everything that we do here, and I think we have a lot more to accomplish. Thank you very much, and enjoy your lunch.
For those of you who know me, know I am not one for the limelight, so I am going to make this short and brief. I would very much like to take this opportunity and thank the Board of Governors for bestowing this prestigious award to me today. I would also like to give a special thank you to my husband for 23 years. Without his love and support, especially at home, it's given me the opportunity to do what I love, enjoy, and truly value, and that is giving back to the community through important organizations such as the Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce. Michael, my fellow board members, thank you for allowing me to share the stage today with the likes of Russell Galvin, Alan Randolph, and Ken Hendel. Congratulations, gentlemen. I truly feel honored, and this is definitely a day I soon won't forget. Thank you very much.
Board of Governors, Chairman Circle member, and I should say a past year too, and congratulations on that. Alan Lips. Alan. That's right, I have a guest today. We have a guest today. We're going to get to her real soon. She's a lot more interesting than I am. But first of all, let me say congratulations to all the honorees today. I'm a better person for knowing each one of you, and I'm happy to call you all true friends. I was asked to present the Small Business Award today. This award means a lot to me because small business is the backbone of our country. But what makes this year's honoree so special is that he truly represents the opportunity that this country was built on. Hard work and the opportunity to succeed. Ken Hendel started buying art and selling art over 25 years ago with virtually no money in the bank, maybe no money in the bank, and limited knowledge of the industry. But he had the drive to work hard, the desire to learn, the courage to take risks, and the ultimate goal to build a loyal client base by educating and helping clients become successful and building their appreciating art collections. I first met Kenny 19 years ago when I first moved to South Florida, and I needed some framing done. My wife and I were welcomed into gallery art as if we were family. You don't remember that, you weren't born yet. I didn't know Warhol from a match, but it didn't matter. The gallery had a clear goal: provide great customer service and build long-lasting relationships that ultimately will grow his business. Well, it worked out well. Can you remember those days? We were back to gallery art on a regular basis, gaining knowledge that led us to become minor art collectors. And I can tell you without hesitation that some of my best investments have been in the art that Kenny advised me to buy. Today, gallery art is over 8,000 square feet with wall-to-wall art. Some of my favorite family time to spend
walking through the gallery with my kids and talking about all the interesting pieces that are there. Gallery art is the American success story, and it was all because of the vision of our dear friend, Kenny Handel. Let me hear it, guys. Before we present the award, we have someone truly special, the beautiful Tiffany, Kenny's daughter, who's going to say a couple words.
I just wanted to say that I want to say to my daddy, congratulations for winning the award, and I'm very proud of you.
All right.
I just thought it was fair that I would compensate this event by going a little longer and making the speeches that nobody else should have made. Alan took a lot of the limelight away from me and kind of summed up what I was going to say, but I will obviously state the obvious, and that is I want to thank the Board of Governors and the Chamber of Commerce, which I was introduced to from Alan, and I can't tell you, I've had a wonderful time. Just as a quick note, we just had a major installation at the new C1 Bank, and those kind of relationships that will prosper and grow here. We started, in fact, believe it or not, in 1989. We're out of my house. I had one piece of art. I didn't know what I was doing, but things started to happen, and with a mission statement that said our clients could grow with us. We have a lifetime exchange policy that says if you're not happy with the piece of art that you bought 10 years ago, come on back and upgrade it. Move laterally. One of the other things that obviously I have to thank is a team that I wouldn't be here without. And I'm lucky enough to be blessed. My parents are here. His wife Claire is here. My star employees, Lou, my sister Lexi, who've been with me for 10 plus years. My sister obviously a lifetime, and my wonderful girlfriend Angie. And I thank the team. I thank Lexi. I told her my mission statement. I also wanted to thank the friends who came and fellow business people. I think we're almost going to wrap it up now. Like we're saying, we deal with some of the bigger names, but one of the things I think that my commitment is for is to teach my daughter, morals, values, education, continuing relationships, and making sure that whatever you do in life, you can look back and you can say, hey, I was proud to have made that decision. I was proud to have been there. I went the extra step. I helped people. I donated some of my time to charities. I did what was important in a growing, diverse economic world where we didn't have cell phones when we were growing up. We didn't have, communication like we did today. But Tiffany, remember, face-to-face, saying hello in person, taking a little time away from your cell phone and your iPad is gonna make you a much more rounded person. And hopefully one day I'll be presenting an award to my lovely daughter, and through her, I think I am 10 times more of the man than I could have been. Let's see, that was all improvised. All right. Didn't know she was going to step up here to the last minute. I think, is there anything else I missed, guys? Is that the music at the Goldberg Awards? Exiting. And again, it's such a pleasure to be a member of the Chamber. Thank you guys. Anytime you have a question on art, buying, selling, decorating, please think of the Gallery Art family as your family, and we're always going to be there. As a matter of fact, just take my work number because that's forwarded into my cell number. So that's the kind of, availability we like to have. I need a few more minutes up there, guys.
different from the others is we will present the award and then take a few minutes to learn from today's honoree with an educational Q&A session. Hoping everybody will go home today with an inspirational business tip to help you grow professionally. The final award is the Innovation in Business Award. It was created to address the historical significance of innovation in business and the positive effect it has in our community. This award honors an individual who has pioneered an effective strategy for business on Miami Beach and in the surrounding community. For nearly a century, the Chamber has played a vital role in Miami Beach's business community, recognizing the importance of modernization and constant improvement of best practices. At this time, I'd like to call up Adolfo Enriquez, Chairman and CEO of the Grosso Private Bank and Trust, and also the recipient of this year's Dan Pfeiffer Distinguished Service Award at the Gala in May, who is here to present our final award today, the 2013-2014 Innovation in Business Award. Adolfo, how are you?
Thank you very much, Michael, and good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to take just a moment and congratulate all of the awardees today for your very well-deserved recognition and your amazing contributions. You guys make this community so much better. It's truly a privilege for me to be here with Miami Beach's top business leaders and to have the distinct pleasure of introducing to you a friend, longtime professional colleague, and the recipient of this year's prestigious Aaron V. Carey Innovation in Business Award, Russell Galvin. The Innovation in Business Award is for the dreamer, the visionary, for the distinct few who can see possibilities that are out there, but they also know how to capture them and make them a reality. While Russell pioneered the condo hotel concept and was the innovator behind the largest condo hotel in the world, the Ala Moana in Hawaii, the true innovation and the heart of Russell is reflected right here in Miami Beach. This is a canvas where he has painted with his innovations since he took his first job here back in 1968. Driving down the beach, you see many of his visions that are turned into reality. The entire Crescent Heights team has developed, renovated, and brought to market more than 50,000 residential units all over the country. That is a true testament to his talent, to his leadership, and to his gift for innovation. You don't build one of America's largest and most respected real estate development companies without thinking and knowing that the ordinary can be extraordinary. What you don't see when you drive past Russell's projects, hotels, and buildings is a heart and his passion for giving back to the community. While the JCC just down the street is a visible reflection of his heart and the enabling gift of his family foundation, you don't see the lives that he actually has touched. You know, the young girl who runs to the JCC to tumble during her gymnastics class, or the countless hundreds of other individuals who he has helped directly or indirectly through his generosity and his philanthropy. So much has been gained and so much quality has been added to the lives of this community because of Russell and his care for the people around him. Russell, you are a legend. You're an innovator. I am proud to say that you're my friend. Congratulations on this achievement. Keep dreaming, keep innovating for all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to present the Aaron V. Carey Innovation Award.
Thank you so much, Adolfo. Many of you don't know this, but Adolfo is the chairman of the board of a really fabulous bank called Gibraltar, and Michael is the president for the Miami Beach branch and chairman of our Chamber of Commerce. I can't thank you enough for today, Adolfo, and each and every member of this Chamber of Commerce. Miami Beach is very important to me and to everybody in this room. And it's important for a lot of reasons.
I am a member of a family that spans 5 generations. 5 generations. My grandfather moved here in 1929, permanently moved in 1930, and we have today 4 generations still alive, still living in Miami Beach, and many of you know them. It's all about partnerships. Partnerships with the chamber, the business representative of our community, and it's also about partnerships when you get into the business world. There are 2 types of partnerships. One is your family partnership, and so much has been talked about that by the earlier recipients, but I can't let it pass because with me today, I have my daughter Marissa and my wife Honoree, who is part of my family partnership. Along with my brother David and my sister-in-laws and many of my nephews and nieces, all of which I'd like to acknowledge and thank. Creation of buildings and being in the industry that we are is also about partnerships. It's partnerships with great banks, which many are in this room, like Bank United, one of the sponsors today, and with people like Alan Randolph and Michael Lane. I don't know how many of you remember Michael Lane. He started out here so many years ago in SunTrust. I saw him earlier. He came over from the West Coast. I see Jay Pelham in the group. There's so many, and we've had so many years together. Joy Malakoff, who we really have to be thankful for. I mean, she came back and really has taken a leadership role in keeping our city growing in the right direction. It's each and every one of you that makes the difference every day. And it's by us getting together and caring about our community that really means the most. The answer is that Crescent Heights has less than 1% of its business in Miami Beach. But I can tell you one thing, the heart and soul of Russell Galvin is here in Miami Beach. Ronnie and I, my wife Ronnie and I just came back from a wonderful, wonderful cruise, actually on a Riviera, which is part of the Oceania brand. For those of you who don't know, it did file a registration statement 2 days ago, and we'll be able to buy shares in it, and it's really an incredible cruise line. But I learned a great lesson while on this cruise with Ronnie, because we went one night to watch a magician show. And it was late in the evening, and many of the people were leaving because we catered to the older, wealthier set. We're just a beautiful ship. And it turned out that when Ronnie asked me to leave, there was just another gentleman that was left in the audience. But I saw that gentleman the next morning, and I said to him, my goodness, it was really fantastic. You must really love the magic show. He said, well, not really. I was the next performer. So with that said, I'm going to cut my speech short today and thank each and every one of you for coming and for participating. Go on.
Russell, have a seat. You didn't follow the script. It's okay.
He's not.
Will be Emmy Award-winning former Channel 10 anchorman, some of you remember the name, Jerry Levine. Jerry is president of Levine & Company Television Film located in Bay Harbor Islands. In addition to producing the commercials that launched companies like Hotels.com on national television, Jerry has produced hundreds of short films for South Florida corporations and philanthropic organizations. A Columbia University DuPont Award winner, Jerry's documentaries appear on PBS. He's been friends with the Galvins for more than 20 years and has produced numerous films for their family and properties. Please join me in welcoming Jerry to the stage. Jerry?
You can be 5 generations and really do a lot. I remember Cy Goldberg, when he was mayor, I remember him talking once about you and saying that you and your family, they were the city. What does it mean they were the city? And I know that people think in the 1940s Miami Beach really came into its own, but your family's been here way before the 1940s. Can you talk a little bit about what it means 5 generations?
I think that Miami Beach started out as a small island where everyone knew each other, and where the police department were the people who lived next door, the fire department was your neighbor down the block. So it was really a very small town mentality. Everybody was part of the fabric of the community, and everybody worked together in a very close atmosphere.
And your family had a business that was actually sort of the epicenter of the city at that time. And it was not just a restaurant, it was a tag agency. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, for sure. My grandfather started a hardware store. It was actually down the block from Bart Goldberg, and he used to come in every day, along with many other people who used to come in all the time. And it was a hardware store, a drugstore, it was a fountain, and it was really in the southern end of Miami Beach, where the Jews were really the center, congregated in that area, because that was where they were. And it was a small community, and it was really the heart of Miami Beach. It was called South Beach, or South Shore, even at that time. So the name was sort of reinvigorated itself in more recent times.
For those of you that don't remember what it looked like, we actually have a small clip, and we're going to hear from Bessie Galvin as well, talking a little bit about this landmark, which really was the city at that time.
For those of you in the room, it's all about where you come from and your perspective, and to maintain your humor throughout life as well. Thank you for that clip. For those of you who thought it was a setup, it was not. I had no idea what was coming. So.
And you worked in the store.
I absolutely.
And all your family did.
Absolutely. I learned how to count at the counter there, and it was actually a great education, because getting 5 cents for the newspaper in the morning and selling cigars and cigarettes, which in those days, it was like hotcakes. I mean, it was just really an experience.
And giving out
change.
And giving out driver's licenses.
Giving out driver's license. Absolutely. I did get my driver's license when I was 13.
Now, you have a very unique combination of things. After you worked in the store and you went to Cornell, you're not only an attorney, you're also a CPA, you also have a degree in hotel management. Now, I know we're all surrounded by hotels, so I guess you could say it's kind of an obvious thing, why would you go into the hotel business? But it's not really an obvious thing. You know, people look at the hotels, but we kind of drive right by them. They're part of our consciousness, but to actually think, I want to get involved in that business and I want to do something significant in that business. What drove you to want to do that?
I think what happened was being born and raised in Miami Beach. The biggest economic engine this community has is the hotel industry. And it's a continuous industry that, thank God, is growing and doing well. And I wanted to be part of that economic engine. The only other major economic engine is the city itself and the local hospital in Mount Sinai, which is a great institution on its own. But the hotel industry is where we all drive jobs from and work together with, and was a very important element of our community.
Let's go back to the year 1977. I always wish I would have gone to Beach High. I went to New Orleans. I graduated from New Orleans in 1977. In 1977, that was a very significant year for you and for your career. Can you talk about what was the breakthrough for you in that year?
Well, what happened in that year was I started building condominiums, and I built them in South Beach with a clear desire to make a financial return. In those days, it was encouraged in America to make money and to do well financially, and I certainly was part of it. And we were very fortunate because there were some local banks and some local bankers who really believed in me. And I really want to thank all of those local bankers here today, because today I'm certainly in a different position, but it was those old bankers that really believed in the person, the job, the person. And it all came down to the fact that they believed in the passion that was shown. And it was really quite interesting because I was just a young man. I had just graduated from Ball State Construction College. I had never really built anything before. And in those days, I had financial commitments from loans of $1 million. And that was really unheard of in those days. And thank God it went from success to success.
How much time were you putting in, and what would you say to other people about hard work? I know about your work ethic and your energy level. What would you say to other people about, that chapter in your life for young people? What was it about you that was the secret, sort of, that you can convey to other people in terms of how did you innovate? What did you do? What advice could you give them to make a breakthrough like that?
It's really the development of the right partnerships and the selection of the right people to work with.
and to always being honest to your fellow people, to yourself, and always having a great home life. Because it's the blessing of coming home, being welcomed by your significant other, and being loved at home, so that you can go about loving everyone during your day, and looking for the happiness and humor that you can find in the day. And I do that every day. I am a disciplined person who works too hard, but I work so hard because I'm passionate about what I do. I love every day that I do it, and I try to always orient myself towards quality and in a constant, never-ending search for excellence. Search for excellence. And it's all about the people that we work together with. And I'm very thankful to have not only a great partnership at home, with great children at home, but great partners at work.
We're going to talk more about that. You really, Russell, you cannot possibly separate the man from this 5 generations of family, and the fact that, so many of us want our own daughters and our own children to kind of live around us, and everybody moves away. It's such a common thing, but, thank God you're blessed in that you have so much of your families here. So that's a big, big blessing. Like you said, we'll talk more about that. Let's go. We just talked about 1977. So now you're in the condo business. You're starting to do your first one, from the ground up and that type of thing. The 1980s, when they rolled around, were not exactly the best years for Miami. In fact, in 1981, who remembers what happened in the media world in 1981? It was really bad news for Miami. Anybody remember?
Mario.
Well, besides that, what was the first really
High interest rates.
We're going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about all the bad things, all those are the economic things. What was the bad media rap that we had? Paradise Lost, right? Time Magazine, 1981, but it was a 1-2 punch. Because in 1983, you had Oliver Stone and Brian De Palma in second big body blow to Miami. Of course, it's now a cult classic. Maybe we can laugh about Scarface. But when Scarface came out in 1983 after Paradise Lost, Miami Beach didn't exactly look like the best place in the world to be. It was, I'm sure, a nightmare for the Chamber of Commerce and anybody that was here at the time. And people were saying, that's the end of Miami. That's the end of Miami Beach. You had this whole cocktail of terrible things happening. You had all these people aging in place. South Beach was people in rockers and out on the porch and getting into their 90s, and the real estate values were going down. You said interest rates, thanks to the president at that time, were what, 16%? You had the Mario Bolt lift that you talked about. Everybody said this is horrendous. But the key to a great, one of the keys in business is knowing when the opportunity is there to turn something around. What did you guys do in the 80s that was so significant? How did you take advantage of all these negatives that were going on in Miami Beach?
It's an easy one to answer. In 1983, I wound up buying the Shelbourne Hotel for the first time. And thanks to another gentleman who believed in me, Mr. Irving Cowan, whose father-in-law had donated so much to our community with the Friedland ballrooms and so on and so forth. But at that time, in 1983, because things were so bad, I sold that hotel I bought that hotel for the first time for $2.9 million. I got the hotel back in 1992 after Hurricane Andrew, and I sold the hotel at that time for $13 million. And then just recently I got it back again. And it's amazing how life is. It's all about opportunities up and down. And more or less I just recently sold the hotel for over $100 million. So the point I would make is that everything in life is cyclical. Relationships are cyclical, business is cyclical, everything is cyclical. And the idea is to manage that cycle, manage the cycle. And I can tell you that Crescent Heights today is extremely active. And it reinvents itself continuously as an organization. And we as individuals have to continue to reinvent ourselves. And we have to be responsive to the times. I'll tell you something else that happened in 1983. Things were so bad on Miami Beach, it really didn't come to 1983, it might have been a year earlier, that Miami Beach itself decided to reinvigorate itself. Something that is actually happening today again. What happened is Miami Beach was in serious trouble, and they came together as a mayor and as a community, as commissioners, and they got together with their zoning boards, which Goldberg was the chairman of, and many other members. Ira Giller was also a member of the chamber, and they decided to create an overlay district, overlay plans, and they really provided incentives for the private public sector to work together. So the idea is that we will always in life have problems, have temptations, have ups and downs, but the idea is to take advantage of those opportunities, to manage them right, to always look at partnerships, to give more than what you would expect to get back in return, to be honorable to even those people who are not honorable to you, because that has to be a characteristic that you have to have. That's the thing that makes the difference.
Okay, now we talked about the Shelbourne. What do all these hotels have in common? The Echo Plage, the condos as well, Carriage House, Carriage Club, the Alexander, the Casablanca, the Castle Beach. You want to, what do they all have in common?
They were all nice projects.
Yeah, Russ owned all of them. Now, is it true that you own more real estate in this town, more hotels and condos than any other person?
I think today, living probably yes. But when the island was founded, you certainly had people with Collins and those types of people probably owned a great deal more. But we have been involved in quite a few properties here on the beach, and we're very proud of our involvement. We did increase the tax base to billions of dollars and renovated quite a few projects.
What were you doing differently that enabled you to explode? I mean, this type of growth is explosive. It's hard to manage. There are many pitfalls. Most businesses are not successful. What made yours successful? How did you handle all of this expansion and what you guys are doing?
It comes down to people, really people. And if you look at Crescent Heights, we really have three principals, Sonny Khan, myself, and Bruce, my younger cousin, 10 years younger. And these three principals work together with the finest team in real estate that you can find. These people who we work with day in and day out are the best of the best. And they live to a higher standard, a standard of honor, a standard of commitment, of discipline, and hard work. And it's all in the numbers. We don't let personality get into the middle of it. We look at the numbers, and we do it in a kind and gentle fashion, together in a disciplined way. So if you had to say, what was the key to success? Yes, the key to success is money. But more important than money is the people that you work with each and every day, because they are representative of your success or your failure.
I know when we were talking once, you talked about core people, consistency, reporting, development. What do those words mean to you, and how does it reflect this word innovation? How did you innovate in these areas and become successful?
We innovate every day. We're in a constant search for excellence. And part of it is a disciplined approach that is process-oriented. So what you would find from Crescent in Chicago is exactly what you would find in San Francisco, Los Angeles, Manhattan, Atlanta, or any of the great urban communities in the United States. We were lucky early on when we left Miami Beach, we went to Manhattan. And Manhattan is another great experience because we bought our first building in Manhattan, which was 25 floors, the building up here. And for those of you who don't know it, we bought that building for $5 million. At that time, in 1993, Manhattan was so bad, we could not find a single bank to lend us $1 on that building. Not a single bank to lend us $1 on that building. We bought it for $5 million. We sold it 10 years later for $274 million, and there were 10 banks lined up to lend the person who bought it from us $265 million for that purchase. So that shows you the downs and the ups. The downs and the ups. I believe Manhattan, in the next few years, after this new mayor is there, will afford many opportunities for everybody in the city.
Good guidance. You talked about many businesses, you can have a partner that you don't like, and thank God you had great partners. You talked about, of course, Mr. Menon, who's in your family, and Sonny Khan, who's a very unique and unusual individual, and amazing businessman. But another partnership that we don't really talk about so often sometimes, and with your partner, you can spend more time doing it with your partner than you do with your wife. But I know that wasn't true in your case, and I know that you told me that some of the best advice that you ever got, you got from your wife, Honoree, who's right here.
Absolutely.
A round of applause for her. Also, a real Miami Beach powerhouse, the Eisenberg family. Remember, her father was a commissioner and vice mayor here for many, many years. What is it about the family dynamic? What did Honoree save you from? What kind of mistakes did she save you from? How has she advised you and helped you grow?
The list would be so long, I wouldn't know where to start. But I can tell you that she has always done that. And she has a great command to understanding people and what they believe in. In Crescent and in home, we believe in people who are sincere, who are loving and kind, and those are the types of people that we invest in. As you know, we made a major investment in Gibraltar because we believe in our golf. And we know it. We went and made a major investment in a cruise line because we believed in the CEO. Because we, like banks in the 1980s, 1970s, we believe in the jockey. We believe in who is running the business. So if you have a good business model and you have the right team in place, you will be successful.
Now, let's talk for a minute, and we have only a few minutes left. Let's talk about, mentors. Everybody's got a hero they look up to. For many people, it's sports figures. For other people, it's all different kinds of people. Who is the biggest mentor in your life?
The biggest mentor in my life was my father. He was also a commissioner in Miami Beach. He was vice mayor of Miami Beach. He was a man of extreme ethics, extreme principles. He was a man who didn't really care about making money. He only cared about giving back to the community. He was in the military for over 30 years, much of it in the reserve program. But he was a man who loved Miami Beach and would do anything for our community. And without a doubt, he was the strongest mentor I had. Now, second to him is my mother. And third is my wife. She still considers me a child-eating mentor. And that leads to a great relationship. When she spanks me, I say, yes, ma'am. And when she says,
I think we're getting a little bit too much information now. It was good up until 11. Okay. Reel it in now. Let's talk about, your family, your father, your mom. You aren't the only great apple to fall off the tree. Your brother David is here. You have your, Keith is here. You have this amazing family. Can you talk a little bit about some of your offspring? Because this was a great recipe. Whatever they were doing was right, because you're not the only one that did really well. Your mother, God bless her, she is 91.
91 years old.
What did you learn from your mother? And anybody that knows your mother knows that this is a big influence on you, and she's pretty amazing.
She's an amazing lady, and I learn from her every day. I visit her so many times. It's really amazing. I was traveling a few weeks ago, and it was a funny conversation with a gentleman next to me who was traveling with me. He says, that's the second time you spoke to your mother today. How often do you speak to your mother? So I says, well, however often it is, it's never enough.
You want to hear something about successful people, because this didn't have to be something I overheard. But when we were in the office not long ago, when you and I were chatting, she was talking about a leak that she had, and Russ was saying, don't worry, Mama, I'm going to be there. I'll be there tomorrow morning. I'll come myself. As important, as big as you get, that says a lot about who you really are and what's really, really important to you. And, Anyway, we talked a lot about family. Let's talk a little bit about, let's say, the last 5 years and the next 5 years. What's on the drawing board? You talked a little bit about retail. What are the other things that you're involved with now? What are we going to be seeing from Preston Heights and Russell Gallery?
So in 2009, 2010, we spent a lot of time buying real estate. And we have become very active in buying high-rise failed projects around the country. And today have acquired almost 10,000 units that will be converted sometime in the future. In addition to that, we have a number of ground-up projects that are in Chicago, New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and today we have over $3 billion in construction in one stage or another. I think that surpasses any other private company for sure, and probably most public companies. So we're very, very proud of what we're doing. We're excited about the future. My wife made me promise not to talk about the government or our president, and I said a word, listening to her. But we are excited about the community. We're also excited about the future of Miami Beach and giving back. We do have a great JCC. We actually have a great learning center on 41st Street. Many, many other facilities. We have a great community, and we're very, very proud as a family to be part of that community.
It's not just hotels, and it's parking garages, automated parking garages. It's some of the finest nursing facilities in the United States. What are some of the other things that you're doing that people may not know about that are either good for the community and generating revenue as well?
Well, as we said earlier today, it's all real estate associated. Parking, it's almost impossible to get around Miami Beach. There's never enough parking, so that's obviously one of the areas that we're doing.
Is that why you also invested in a towing company?
No, that was Keith. He did that one.
Oh, that was
No, I respect individuality, and I have to tell you, when Keith came to me and says, Russ, I really want to buy this towing company. I said, are you crazy? Are you nuts? That's the worst industry. Everybody hates the people in that industry. But I do believe that he's even brought about change in that industry. So, but that industry is a little bit about real estate also. Moving cars around, more real estate. But outside of the real estate world, I feel great about the cruise industry, and I also feel great about the banking industry. It's all about the jockeys, and we're very fortunate in the bank. Adolfo is our chairman, and in the cruise line, we have Frank Del Rio, who has got to be the best man in the cruise industry today. So those are the types of outside investments. And other than that, we always look to do more in the charitable world. And
let's talk about that for a minute. I know your father helped build the Hebrew Academy, and you said maybe he didn't seek a fortune himself, but he made things that lasted. He was involved in things of great importance in this city. I know that you and your family recently helped build the new addition there, the gym. Your name is all over town, whether it's on the JCC, whether it's your mom's name that we see in other places, religious institutions, and philanthropy is what makes it work for you. Why is that important to you, and what would you say to other people who perhaps aren't as philanthropic, and what advice would you give them?
I think it all starts with philanthropy. I think that we all are blessed to live in America. Ronald and I just came back from Central America and some of those countries there. We have a true blessing to live in a free country, a democratic country, and we're really blessed to live on Miami Beach. Because Miami Beach it's not where our business world is, but Miami Beach is where our home and our heart is. And we have a very, very special community here. And I think that anything you can do, it doesn't only have to do with capital, it has for money. And capital is also time. The time that you give to the chamber to make us a better community. For those people who are willing to step forward and be commissioners or be a mayor. I mean, it's that type of contribution that is so important. Miami Beach was going in the wrong direction. There was some problem in our commission and with our mayor in the past. That change has come about because of the good people in this room and many others who felt that it was time for a change, a needed change.
and that change has come to Miami Beach. I have great feelings that with the chamber getting more involved and with all the individuals getting more involved, we have new leadership. And guess what this new leadership has? They have open ears. They listen. They see. They feel. And that's the key to success, giving back.
Last question. I know the answer to it because I've heard you say it many times, and it's kind of a unique answer, but if someone was going to ask you, what are you most proud of? You've accomplished so much in your career. You've done so much. I know you work relentlessly. It takes a lot. It's not an easy thing to do. And but what are you most proud of?
My wife and my girls. And my grandson, Aiden. And I'm very, very proud of him. As you know, Ronnie and I are building a new home on First Street. We're going back to where our roots were. We went all the way up to 52nd Street. Now we're going home to our roots in South Beach. And Ronnie and I were working on our house plans. We both said we have to have an entire floor for our daughters because it's not good enough that they live a few blocks away. They have to live with us. So we're very, very proud of them and very proud of my wife.
Wonderful. You have a wonderful family. God bless you. You should continue to do great things in the city. Let's hear it for Russ Galvin. Thank you.
That was amazing. Jerry, thank you for moderating that. We appreciate you coming in. And Russell, that's right. Russell forgot about one of his passions, though. And he said in his new apartment, he's building a floor for his daughter. He's got a big passion for racquetball. And I've been on the racquetball court with him. He's going to have a floor for his racquetball court, too. And I look forward to playing racquetball with him there. Real quick, we'll wrap up in 2 minutes. Before I did not recognize, I did want to recognize my chairman of my Village Trustee Board, Deanne Graham, president of ROI Consulting. Thanks for all the hard work you do. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. All the community leaders, special thank you to Bank United, Zig Management, 84 West Studios. Thank you to our venue host, Rich Carlton. Great job. Be sure to visit the Zig Management Information Seminar, which will start in 5 minutes in the Fisher Meeting Room on the 3rd floor for more information about the new project in Miami Beach. Thank you, everybody, and have a great day.
I thought the event was fantastic. This is our 3rd year with Bank United, our 3rd year being sponsor of the event. So for us, it's a very special one to be able to contribute to our business community here in Miami Beach and share it with the Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce. So we're very excited to be a partner in it and continue to foster our message of supporting our small businesses and our businesses in our community.
It was wonderful. I especially loved the interview with Russell Galvin. It was so interesting to hear all he's done in Miami Beach and throughout the world.
It was great to see all these top professionals and business people here from Miami Beach honoring our own. So it was wonderful.
It's a great event. I want to thank Bank United, our presenting sponsor, and I want to again congratulate our honorees, Russell Galvin, Ken Hendel, Stephanie Ruiz, and Alan Randolph, great leaders of the community, and it's awesome that we have this event each year to reward and recognize them for everything that they've done in the community. We really look forward to seeing people at other future chamber events. We've got the golf tournament coming up in February, the Miami Beach Golf Club. We've got the Better Business Awards in March, and then our awesome gala, which will be May 10th at the Fontainebleau. So we look forward to seeing you all at future events. Thank you.